Hello, me hearties. A very good evening to you, Dinky-Doo. It's just me, Scottie McClue. Thought we'd pop up and say a quick hi and just see who's about. How marvellous is that, I tell you. Dinky-Doo to all the TikTokers, and a very, very warm welcome to our live stream early evening tonight, just coming up to 17 minutes past 6 o'clock in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, but we are, of course, worldwide. So tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Scottie McClue is live. Hashtag FLOTI, the first lord of the internet. Do come and join us and let us know where you're watching from and what you're watching. We always like that as well, I can tell you. And of course, share everything. Hello, good afternoon to you. Hello, Lars. Very, very nice to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, there's Tom. Good evening, Scottie. Good evening, Tom. And lovely to have you with us just for our quick pop-up, tell 10 to tell 10. Bobby's just joined us. Dinky-Doo, Bobby, lovely to have you with us. Lots and lots of things for you. Opinions on egg and cress sandwiches at weddings. I think they're excellent at weddings. The only thing is people stand and talk to you when you're trying to eat them, and you end up getting a bit of cress in your teeth. And then they go, this is Jimmy's Auntie Fanny. And you say, oh, hello, Auntie Fanny. Lovely to meet you. And you've got a big bit of cress stuck in your tooth. So from that point of view, you know, I tell you, hi from Blackpool. Hello, Bobby. Lovely to have you with us. How's Blackpool doing? Have you got the Illumos yet? When do the Illumos start? I think we should be told. So there we go. So do let us know what's happening. This is a very nice way to just catch up. Well, we had egg and cress sandwiches and milky egg wraps. Strange, in my opinion, says Daphne. Daphne, very, very strange, in my opinion, as well, I tell you. There we are. How's the Scotland, Scottie? Very nice, Tom. A bit of sunshine today. So there we are. You see, the summer is always a beautiful week in Scotland, I can tell you. So there you go. Rachel's just joined us. Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. And thank you so much for all your kindnesses and your many, many kindnesses. I can tell you that. Now, is this a good time to pop up? I tell you, send me lots and lots of hearts. Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap on your telephones as much as you possibly can. It was a nice day in the Emerald Isle today. Oh, Tom, I'll bet you every day in the Emerald Isle is a nice day. Dinky-Doo, Scottie McClue, Dinky-Doo, Rachel, thank you so much. How are you doing, Jock King Call? How are you doing, Jock? I tell you, Ilsa says, do you remember me? Of course, Ilsa. We always remember our people on here. That's what it's all about. Now, Mobman and Paul have just joined us. So the word is getting out there. Are you at your tea? That's what I need to know. Where are you watching from? Do you know a place called Tarbert? Well, there's several Tarberts, Mac. But are you talking Tarbert Harris or Tarbert Loch Fyne? If you're talking Tarbert Loch Fyne, I know it very well. It is the home of Scottie McClue's roots. My father was from Tarbert. I was thinking of taking a flight with Aer Lingus to Glasgow for a weekend. Tom, I'm sure you would have the loveliest weekend. You know, I'm absolutely sure of it. That's where I'm from. Mac, of course. Yes, indeed. And McFarlane is a very good Tarbert name. Now, I have a list of nicknames of old Tarbert, and I might share it with you. Tarbert Loch Fyne. Yes, indeed. The herring fishing. And now, of course, the marina. And the Alsard family from the West Loch. So there you are. What about that? And there's not many houses there. I was thinking about taking a flight. Yes, indeed. Well, a good idea, Tom. I think that sounds amazing. Now, who have we got? I used to go to Aracher a lot. Now, why would somebody go to Aracher a lot if they didn't live there? Do you remember looking up at the cobbler? Very nice. Allicher is actually on Loch Long, am I correct? Scottie, I enjoy your broadcasts. I'm watching with 5 of my friends, both Selector. We love this. Do you know, McClue's very big on the Hebrides, very big in the outer islands. Ben Arthur, the wise owl, yes. Ben Arthur, a fine fellow. See what I just did there? I tell you. Is your father in the picture behind you? What a fine looking man. Well, no, that's not him there. And but that's Grandpa from Ardrishig. You'll know Ardrishig if you know Tarbert. And the boat used to go to Tarbert and in the summer up to Ardrishig. And you could get time ashore at Tarbert. You could get into the Tarbert Hotel and get your lunch. Yes, the top of Loch Long, very, very nice. Scotland is such a beautiful place. Morning, Lord Duke of the Dundee, Onion Bargy. How lovely to have you with us. Now, Onion Bargy is saying morning because he's down under in Australia. That's where he is, I tell you. You're the most Scottish person I think I've ever seen, and I'm from Glasgow. Robert, thank you very much. Was he a sailor then? I love that. Well, yes. Great-grandfather was Tarbert as well. Now, I think we used to have a picture of great-grandfather at the West Loch. Yes, indeed, he had a duck he'd just got for lunch. So there's holding a duck with him. Do you know where Lennoxtown is? Of course I do. Very, very well indeed. You're out quite near to Fintry. Am I right or am I right? Lovely part of the world. Are you still on the radio, says Robert? No, Robert, I haven't been on commercial radio for around 4 years now. So there we are. We haven't really bothered with the old commercial radio for around 4 years. I mean, radio's changed beyond all recognition. It's really just a sort of, what can I call it? A jukebox. Yes, it's a modern day jukebox. And so many people are just doing their own music because they don't like what the radio stations are doing. And they don't do talk shows at night. I used to call up Scott FM, Juno Curzo. Everybody adored that. Even if they didn't like me, they loved Scott FM. You should start the podcasting, Scotty. Now, Pablo, I need you to tell me, what's the difference between podcasting and what I'm doing? Can somebody explain all this to me? You know, I'm very, very interested. I mean, I'll try all these things because I love bringing joy to other people. So there we go. Do you know where Cumbernauld is? Of course I do. What's it called? Cumbernauld. We love that. Podcasting isn't live. Right, JJ Prentice? So what do? I record something and then put it up and say, this is my podcast for today. Right. So what sort of things excite people? Everybody goes, I want to publish your life story. Think, yes, steady on. Scotty, do you like green pants or blue? I really, colour of pants, I think you need variety. So I would say blue and green pants. You know, depending, if you've got a green tartan kilt and you want to, you know, make sure that everything is in order, then you can match it with the green pants. You see, there you are. I tell you. Right, get watching as soon as you can, guys, and get sharing. Can everybody go tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap? Let's see if we can beat my record of 41,000 likes on an hour's live. How about that? I tell you. So there we go now. Have you all checked out the YouTube channel as well? And there's new videos for you. Who do you think's the best pipe band? There are so many wonderful pipe bands. I think at the moment, and probably for the foreseeable future, Inverary, is it Inverary and District Pipe Band or Inverary Pipe Band? There's Mary. Hello, Mr. Scotty. It's great to see you. Dinky-Doo Mary, it's lovely to be with you. Evening, Scottie, from the Lead Hills. Also Fonda. We love you in the Lead Hills. The Wan Lockhead. Yes, indeed. And you're not terribly far from the Drum Landrig as the crow flies. I thought you used to have a beard, Scottie. I think you're right. I think I did. I think you're absolutely 100%. Yes, indeed. I used to have a beard, especially during the lockdown, because I thought, well, why am I going and shaving? Who's seeing me? And then I realized everybody in the world was seeing me. Love Drumlandrig, so do I. What a peach of a house. Dinky-Doo, Scottie McClue. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. The CBD expert. What a privilege to have you with us. This is just joyful, guys. Absolutely wonderful. Just the way it should be. So, what I want you to do is to check out the YouTube channel and subscribe to it. Yes, indeed. I need 500 subscribers tonight. How are you, Scottie McClue? Cupra, we're absolutely amazing. Dinky-Doo Scottie says, Angela, how lovely to see you. This is what it's about. What we're finding is there is a huge market for what I'm doing right now, talking to you, having a chat with you. What about that? I tell you. And people will dip in and out. How's everything? Are you going to Oasis? Well, the problem for me going to Oasis, I haven't got any tickets. So there we are. Trump or Harris, Scottie? Well, Harris is a beautiful island. Is there one called Trump? I tell you. There we are. No, Mr. Trump all the time. What are you talking about? Who's the person behind you? The person behind me is Lord Reith, the Labrador. And then that's me with him. It was his graduation. He was very good on the outrun. Celtic or Rangers? I think, Arteta, if you go and see them both play. Now, don't be fooled. I mean, I believe Rangers had a wee bit of bad luck at the weekend. Is that right? And, somebody said to me, now, what was the score? Was it 3-0? Because there was a Glasgow Old Firm derby at the weekend. And I think the score was 3-0 for the Celtic. And I thought to myself, somebody had actually asked me, could it be any worse? And I said, well, it could have been 4-0, 5-0. You see, you just don't know. Do you think there's a slight chance the Loch Ness Monster is real? Well, I think if the Loch Ness Monster wasn't real, nobody would have spent any time on it. And it's still going. I mean, when did they first talk about, when was the first bit of tittle-tattle about the Loch Ness Monster? Now, good evening, Scottie. Good evening, Susan. Lovely to have you with us on the YouTube. Fantastic. Just a wee pop-up, Susan. But very kind of you to join us, I say. There were Hearts of Midlothian all the way. Yes, a HMFC. Oh, I know so many of them. Although the last time I looked, some silly person had blocked me on their Twitter. Do you know what I mean? Somebody that's done so much for the club, like myself, like playing their tune on the accordion. So there we go. More Oasis gigs to be announced. You heard it here first. Well, Care, that would be brilliant. Hi, Scottie from Loch Lomond, K-Dog. We love Loch Lomond. I tell you, McCrae's Battalion. Wow, Ian B. How do you know about that? McCrae's Battalion, World War I, Heart of Midlothian Football Club. McCrae was a player. Well, yes. Am I on the right track? What about that off the old top of the head? I'm not just an athlete, guys. I can tell you that for nothing. So there we go. Do come and join us as soon as you possibly can. The Royal Scots, yes, Pontius Pilate's Regiment. Guys, I've posted some stuff about the Argyles. So get yourselves on and have a look at all of that on the TikTok videos. See, when I'm talking to you on TikTok, help me out here. Can you see Scottie McClue's videos? You'll need to tell me, right? I used to listen to you on the radio with my dad, says David R. Wow, amazing. Do you know it's 30 years this year since I came to Scott FM? I just think that's incredible. Have the most magical evening. You too, the CBD expert. You stay fabulous. Hashtag stay fabulous. There we are. Where were the Scots Greys formed? Now, the Scots Greys were the, let me get this right. The Scots Greys. They might have been at Edinburgh as well, you know. No, you sadly don't come up on my FYP, Scotty. Well, Mrs. Doubt, have you actually set your settings? Let me know when Scottie McClue goes live. Because I hadn't been well for a while, so I haven't done some of the lives. And that can be a wee bit of a problem sometimes as well. Do you know what I mean? People say, oh, I don't think he's on these days. I don't know nothing about the Scots Greys. I think they were formed because they charged at Waterloo, didn't they? Is that not the Scots Greys that you're seeing in that very famous picture? You know, with the Quality Street helmets. I tell you. Are you Donald from Benidorm? Cal? Sadly, I'm not. So there you are. Good evening, everybody. Yes, good evening. If you've just joined us, a very, very warm welcome. This is just quick pop-up, just saying hi, seeing, who's about, what's happening. The charge at Waterloo with the thin red line. Well, no, the thin red line, I think, was in the Crimea. That was the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, the 93rd Highlanders. Yes, they were cuirassiers, I think. Yes, indeed. Up the Royal Artillery, Scotty. Oh, handle up the Royal Artillery. I tell you, the Argyles, Ian B., the Argyles. 700 Glengarried men when the call came sweeping down the glen. Never mind the sand, get your rifle in your hand. The Argyles are moving again. Ah, yes, indeed. And there we are. Hello, Handel, Dinky-Doo. Wonderful stuff, wonderful stuff. Now, there you go. But check out all the videos. So if I don't come up in your FYP, can you see the videos? That's what we need to know. Can you see the videos? And yet support separation. Incredible. What do you mean, wombats? Wombats. It's not separation. I'm only interested in economic side for Scotland. Do not tell me for a second that you don't think Scotland would be better running its own affairs. That would just be madness, because there's certainly nothing for the Union. No. Defence is a different thing. The Gordon Highlanders, yes, indeed, we like the Gordon Highlanders. 50% of the goals complete. New indoors, what are you doing? Guys, I never asked for anything, but there's always a little goal up there if anybody's feeling flush. That's incredible. God save the King. Yes, indeed. We support the King. I thought Nicola had resigned. She's resigned, yeah. Absolutely. She's gone. There we go. I tell you. Well, I haven't seen her for a while anyway. Now then, good evening, everybody. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue, hashtag FLOTI, the first lord of the internet. New indoors. That's generosity beyond all generosity. What are you doing? Join my team. We love it. Good evening, Scotty. J-Dog Gaming. What an absolute privilege. I've been wondering how you were getting on. How is university going? Are you through it yet? Because I was just thinking, You know, the years of passing in and all the support that you gave me when I was wondering which computer to buy. And J-Dog Gaming, is it not amazing that we're actually on doing it? Yes, I tell you. Come and join us as soon as you can. The King's Own Scottish Borderers. Now you're talking as well. Fantastic. You know, I mean, most of the UK's defence was in Scotland, and yet governments started cutting Scottish regiments. They tried to get rid of the Argylls in 1968. Sheer madness, when the Argylls had been an absolute example of how the military should be. You know, new indoors, that's very, very kind of you. Yes, indeed. My team. I've just been to America, says J-Dog Gaming. What at summer camp for 2 months. Did you enjoy? Because that's not for the faint-hearted. Good for you. They are the most well-respected. Well, of course, because militarily they're outstanding. There you go. You were funny when you were on the radio in Teesside. Rider Review. That was huge, that program. TFM. I was still got TFM, the phone in. There we are. Still got Gurkhas, the best. The Gurkhas are outstanding. Yes, I think the nearest thing to the Gurkhas would be the Argylls. And I think we've still got the Argylls about, perhaps not in name, but it's 5th Scots, I think, Balaclava Company, 5th Scots, I think are the Argylls. Am I right? Does anybody know? There we go. In fact, they've just been on guard duty for the King. So that's rather wonderful, isn't it? We love that. Guys, can everybody watching follow? If you haven't followed, first thing you should always do is follow Scottie McClue, because I believe that everybody with a TikTok account should be following Scottie McClue. It makes sense. There's no excuse not to follow Scottie McClue live on TikTok. There's no excuse not to subscribe on the YouTube channel. There just isn't. You know what I mean? I tell you. Yes, here we got here. I'm on the right side of the border. You are, Ollie. Everyone feared the Scottish regiments. Yeah, because if they come in there, business gets done. Very much enjoyed it. Great life experience. Good one, J-Dog. We love it. And again, thank you for all your help in the dark days 5 years ago. Would that be right? Are you watching the Scotland game tomorrow night against Poland? I might dip in and out, Ian. My problem at the moment is just getting time. That's the thing. I saw up the Khyber. Carry on up the Khyber. So there you go. Yes, indeed. Carry on film, of course. Yes, boss, memories. Absolutely. Indeed. My daughter passed her first at uni. She's on to second year nursing. I'm proud. I'm a proud old dad tonight. New indoors. You should be a very, very proud dad. Tell her Scottie McClue says, well done. Yes, well done, I say. I'd run away if they turned up in their kilts. You'd have to give the order to run away. I think it's amazing just how well this page has come along the past 2 years. Great to see it grow. J-Dog, fantastic. And thank you to you for all your input, because you knew what you were talking about and I didn't. But we got there. We got there. And I didn't have the pennies to get the computer that would do it. Princess Mary's Own Gurkha Rifles. I wonder if that's called after Princess Mary, George V's daughter, the Princess Royal, as she was when I was growing up. And I think she was also chief guide. There we are. Hi, mate. How's your day been? Oh, fantastic, Caden. Fantastic. 100 Gurkhas every year get through into the British Army. Was very, very tight. I've seen them on duty. I used to remember walking down St. James's Street in London, and the Gurkhas were on guard duty at St. James's Palace with the little pillbox hats. Yes, there was a wonderful story about the Gurkhas, and it was, I think it was the commandos. I can't remember the exact logistics of it, but one of the Gurkhas very often had a Scottish officer in charge. What does that tell you? And the commanding officer of one of the crack regiments had taken a challenge to say to the Gurkhas, see if your men can get in undetected to our barracks, and that'll say how good they are. Anyway, the commandos or the Marines or whoever it was sat up all night watching. In the morning, nobody had come. And they said to the CEO of the Gurkhas, I see your men didn't make it last night. And he said, tell your men to turn their boots upside down. And there were little white chalk marks on the boots. They'd been in and out. DINKY-DOO, Scottie, how are we doing? There's Dr. Kananga. Hi, Scottie. Awesome hat. Keep it classy and take care. Dr. Kananga, always very good to have you with us. DINKY-DOO, how's Scottie? How are we doing? We're fine forced. Yes, I think it was 5 years ago since we got first acquainted. Amazing. So there you are, J-Dog. The time flies. And are you nearly through the uni? You know, what stage you're at with things. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Scottie, glad to see you on here again. I hope you're doing well. Kuzuki, how lovely to have you with us, and a big DINKY-DOO to you. Thank you very much for your good wishes, everybody. Well, hello, everybody. I need to get more followers. Yes, I could do with a couple of hundred of followers as soon as possible. Just to let you know. Hi, Scottie. Awesome. Hello. Glad to see you here on here again. Will you still game? I recognize you. No. I sadly wasn't in still game. Apparently, I was the original inspiration for it. As I never tire of telling everybody who never seems to tire of asking. That's what it's all about. Get to it, guys. Go on, lots more following. Thank you for following us. Beautiful. Marvellous. Look at that. Fit like Scottie Loon. DJ Smiley. Ken, fit about yourself. Who's your doers? Are you all right? Your pandrips. I couldn't imagine working in India. It's so big a country. My father was in India doing guard duty in 1946. They must have been amazing soldiers. Oh, Nigel. So they are going into third year of uni. J-Dog, this is wonderful. Are you doing 4? Or are you coming out at this? As the crisscross laced in the boots, caught them out. Ah, Ian, you know what I'm talking about. Hello again, Scottie. How are you doing this evening? Reese, how lovely to hear from you. This is just wonderful. Guys, can everybody go tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap on their phones? We were hoping to see if we can be, maybe we'll set up one night just the live stream purely to see how high we can get with the likes. I've actually, the 41,000 is the record for 1 hour's live streaming. I tell you, if you're on the old YouTube channel, go down to the bottom left, click the thumbs up. Let us know that you're there. We need to know you're there. Best accent ever, B17. You're very kind. Hi, Peckin Louina, DJ. Hello, Scottie. Hello, Buster. I've got a date, Scottie. Any strong advice? Ian, just be yourself, son. Anybody that goes out with you is very lucky. 4-year course. Now it's into the challenging years. Yes, J-Dog, you'll have to start taking things seriously now. But see what I just did there? I tell you, Connell's giving us a thumbs up. Connell's shouting reform. Do you know Lee? I don't know Lee. Hello, pal. How you doing? Hello from Berlin. Pedro, nicht Deutsch sprechen. Ich bin ein Ausländer, nicht verstehen. But fantastic stuff. Do you upkeep a castle? You need to get money to look after the place. Yes, yes. We need money pouring in. There's a GoFundMe for Scottie McClue. Get that on the go, guys. Richard Tan, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for all the kindness tonight. And all the kindness everywhere. And also to our marvelous, new indoors. I would think you are German also. Ah, yeah, Pedro. Yes, Dankeschön, Dankeschön. Now, what do we got here? Mariner. Lovely to have Mariner with us. J-Dog, that's very kind of you. Don't you spend all your pennies. J-Dog sending wonderful. You've just got the #1 gifter badge. J-Dog sent 9 red roses. That's very kind of you, J-Dog, but you know you'll never need to do that. It means exactly. Ah, I tell you, exactly. There we go. Angela, you've also got the #3 gifter badge. And Luca has just followed us and shared. Luca, thank you so much for following and sharing. That's such a lovely thing to do. Such a lovely thing to do, I tell you. Now, who have we got here? Lots of followers here. Jesus Saves says, hey-oh, hey-oh, Jesus Saves. on the old YouTube. I should have let everybody know. And now I could type. Nigel, you could type, yes. How are you doing, top man? Tam, you're the top man. So good to have you with us, DINKY-DOO. But on its own was blocked. How interesting, Nigel. Yes, must have different meanings. Yes, these people know more about it than we do. I tell you. Now, how long would you say is a nice length of time for a wee pop-up and a chat with everybody? What would your opinion be, guys? You know, do let me know. It's fantastic. Now then. Scottie, what's the YouTube channel? The YouTube channel is just Scottie McClue Talk Show. You get on there, and there's some superb movies on it as well. So you can watch a real top movie that I have personally chosen for you, you know. So you get a look at that. What have we got here? Cheers, mate. DINKY-DOO. Tyson has joined us. Welcome, Tyson. And Lemon. And also, what's a nice time that suits you guys for Sunday to pop up? Excuse me. So there you go. I'm just doing a quick look at the YouTube channel here. And guys, thank you for the thumbs up down to the bottom left. Thumbs up. I wonder, how do you I mean, TikTok's fantastic at this, but how do you let everyone know about a live on YouTube? We need to get you back in the radio, says Tam. I know, Tam. The radio at night, the big FM booming out right across central Scotland. And you know, Tam, after I left Scotland, after they shot the golden goose, we went down to Sheffield, and it was just huge in Yorkshire. And then we went over to the northwest of England, just huge again, touching 6 million. And then they put all the big radio stations together for Scottie. So what does that tell you? Do you know what I mean? So see, when you get your wee Ned on trying to say, oh, you weren't that good, you know, and all these people trying to put you down a wee bit, which they never, ever will do, because I've got nothing to prove. You know what I mean? I mean, it says it all. When you've been put out by your employers in front of virtually the whole of the country, then, you know, says it all, doesn't it? I tell you. John Donnelly, just hearing your dulcet tones is always nice. John, always lovely to hear from you. You know that. I tell you. J-Dog, you become the 179th member of the team. We miss it, says Tam. Tam, I miss it because it was the joy it brought people. And I miss that, you know what I mean? I miss the joy that it brought to everybody. Everybody phoning in, getting a good chat. I mean, I know we blew a few dafties out, you know. Dafties are okay as long as you don't inhale. See what I just did there? J-Dog, you're sending more red roses. Do you know that we are guided by warfare technology? Is that right? What for, Nigel? Brilliant. I've subscribed to your channel. Fantastic. Ian B, you'll get a right laugh on that YouTube channel. There's 5,500 videos. It's like buried treasure. Almost nobody has discovered it. I think we've only got round about 9,500 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers. Now that should be 1 million subscribers easily. Do you know what I mean? Treasure to discover. But what I find about, there are so many little rules that these platforms have that they don't sort of look, they don't sort of think, hang on a minute, let me check. Who have we got here? I've never heard of SCOTTIE McCLUE. I have. Yes, and I have. Right, we've got him on our platform. I think we should stop. I think we need to get in touch with this guy. They don't do that. You're just, you know, amongst many, many millions of things. Scotty, do you ever do public speaking events? Well, both select, I used to do them all the time. All the time. And then along came the, what do you call it? The pandemic thing. And the dinners all stopped. From that point of view, we used to do them all the time. Used to be out Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, sportsmen's dinners, big speeches. So there you go. I tell you, there's Big Stevie shouting, Hamza, Nicola, where are you? There we go. Now, who have we got here? Right, we're not going to name all the politicians in Scotland, so stop. You know, that's fine. We like a wee smile the first time, leave it at that. I've even stopped doing anything. I mean, I'm apolitical, as you know, but I've even stopped doing anything remotely political because, you know, what's the point in that? I tell you. I bet you it was a pleasure to attend an open event with you as a speaker. Well, both like I must tell you, there's so many funny stories, but I can remember sitting at a table and this guy said, who's the big fella sitting beside you to his pal? He went, Scottie McClue. And he went, it is not. Just be serious. I'm just asking you. He's kind of familiar, and I wondered who it was. Scottie McClue. He's not going to come to a dinner that we're at, you know. This guy doesn't believe. Anyway, at the end of it, the guy came up and he said, see if it actually is you. He said, fantastic. See if it's no. I hope you go and all that stuff. I tell you, John Donnelly. So that was the end of that. But no, great fun. You sit on that wee fence of yours, Big Stevie. I've never ever sat on a fence in my life. Yes, how do you think I got here? You wouldn't have done that as a fence sitter. I told people straight, you would be silenced. That's what happens if you were national now. You'd get silenced, you know, because they've all got an agenda. I don't have an agenda, but a lot of platforms do, you know. But this is a great one we're on here. I can tell you. I caught my ex-girlfriend strumming her guitar, listening to you on the radio years ago. She loved it. Jama, amazing. Scotty, what's your favorite decade of your life and why? Odd job. All of my life is favorite. I've only met one bad person, a bad man. He took some money off me in a business deal. And that was very, 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 very bad. No names, no picture. But apart from that, really, I've enjoyed every second of it. All the hard work, all the having to bob and weave and duck and dive, but just fantastic. And I've been so lucky. So lucky. I met so many beautiful people. You are the best, Nigeli. So you. Have you no Rangers or Celtic or SNP or Labour? No, no, Stevie. No, we've none of that at all. And it's not sitting in fences. There are no fences. McClue can roam anywhere. I've been invited to boardrooms of all these top things. If you like to come to the board, like to come to the director's box, Scottie, you'd be very welcome. And all that. Scottie tells it as it is. He takes no prisoners. Correct, bull selector. I tell you, I didn't think so, says Stevie. No, we don't bother with that. He's amazing, says Nigel. You're very kind, Nigel. Good evening, Scottie, from Sheffield in England. James, I can't believe we've got a Sheffielder on. Well, I can, because I don't think, I was just going to say, you couldn't beat it, could you? Did you ever hear the Scottie McClue phone in on Hallam FM? Did you ever hear magic? There we go. I'm trying to get rid of a thing that's popped up here. And it's sort of over everything. Let's see. Oh, it's away. One of these things that pops up. Now, there we go. Who do you support, Scottie? In what way, Rowan? You know all the best went to Scotland when the Romans invaded. Oh, yes, of course. We were up here doing our stuff. Big up, Scottie. Hallam FM is now greatest hits radio. Oh, right, James. He supports Celtic and the SNP. Big Stevie. Hill, Hill. Hi, we are the people. Yes, indeed. Now, what have we got here? Scottie's still the top radio man. Sam, the father of talk radio. If you could tell me one thing that you'd rather listen to more, then fine. I tell you. Who else have we got here? Followers, please, guys, get following. Years ago, you were a bit controversial. Oh, occasionally, Stevie, we would say something that wasn't everybody's cup of tea. But I wouldn't say controversial. I wouldn't attach controversy to Scottie McClue, would you? Now you have zero opinion on anything. Stevie, I have huge opinions on everything. But unlike you, I don't have an agenda. You see? You'll not get more awake than Scottie McClue. See what I mean? Scottie's the dawn of radio broadcasting. Ian B, you're fantastic. Mon the Gurkhas, Scottie. We salute the Gurkhas. Fantastic. We love it. Scared to lose any fans? No, Stevie. Never, ever, ever scared to lose fans. In fact, to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever lost a fan. If somebody's a genuine fan of Scottie McClue, they never, ever leave me. Isn't it beautiful? So beautiful. Your only agenda is selling Scottie McClue merch, big man. Big Stevie. We don't have any merch. What I think I might do someday is we'll get some merch, but I want 1 million followers. 1 million. Scottie, I'd love to have an in-depth interview with you on my radio station, Filed Coast Radio. Gregor, we love the Filed, and we love the Filed Coast, and we love the Filed Coast Radio. Scottie, what is the answer to the question that is life? You. You are life. And the only true wealth is life. The number of people I've met, money was their God. There is only one true God, and it's not money. I can tell you. I could take you a walk round a number of cemeteries and point out the graves of the richest person in that cemetery. So there you go. So I can tell you that. What do you think of Saltire Radio? Well, Ian, I haven't had a listen for a while. I'll have a listen and see what's what. We send strength to all radio stations. Yes, and good luck, I tell you, to the Sultan. Oh, yes. Now, who have we got? I need another 50 followers. So do you think the rich are truly happy or not? Well, rich people are happy, but rich doesn't equate to money. The only true wealth is life and how you live your life and how much joy you get out of your life and how much you give to others. Yes? And that's genuine. That's not me doing some sort of birthday card script or something like that. That's quite genuine. Good to see you again, miss you, mate. Gavin! Scotty, why did you always wear gauntlet gloves on the radio? Very good for the faders. Nice and soft for the desk. And they were mitts, so my fingertips could do the faders. All the little switches. Money can't buy you love. Absolutely. What's your rugby teams? Says John Donnelly. Oh, John. Well, we like Scotland. You know, definitely we like Scotland. And I used to go to see the Greenock Wanderers. And I used to go and see Kelvinside. I used to go and see Glasgow High School. They were very good teams. I've watched the Army. I've watched Merkerson Castle play. You know, no way, OMG, I listen to you so much on Rock FM. Mike, how lovely to have you with us, Dinky-Doo. Gregor says, Dinky-Doo, lovey. Dinky-Doo, lovey. Good to hear from you. Gavan, thank you for my beautiful finger hearts. You're very, very kind. And for all your kindness, Gavan is sending huge gifts to Scottie McClue. I tell you. So there we go. John Donnelly, yes. So we used to go, the Greenock Wanderers played at Fort Matilda. At that time, they were 100 years old. Have you been to Irvine? Oh, yes. Yes, I used to go to the Buttrey Hill. Buttrey Hill in Irvine, fantastic. Scottie McClue, Dinky-Doo. Hashtag FLOTI, Mr. Pink, the first lord of the internet, here just for you, saying Dinky-Doo. Get following, everybody, get sharing. Can you see the videos? That's what I need to know. You need to feed me back this. Remember the Magnum Center. How beautiful was that? 4 years I've been in your TikTok, but I was off for some time. Well, Gavin, so was I. Good evening, Sir Scottie of McClue. Cameron, how lovely to have you with us. Dinky-Doo. Gavin, thank you so much. What do we got here? Yes, I can see your videos from here. Good. Have a look at them all. Share them. Just spend the night, guys, sitting, sharing Scottie McClue's videos on the TikTok so they come up on people's For You page. You know what I mean? Because we should really be starting to grow the channel now. You know, it's very nice to have, I think, is it 30-odd thousand followers, you know, but we should have 1 million. So proud of you, mate. Keep being awesome. Gavin, you too, La. I'm telling you. Dinky-Doo. What do we got here? Oh, my goodness me. I can't believe it. That is so lovely. Guys, you've all been so beautifully generous to me. I stayed up to 3 a.m. to see you. Gavin, what was that like? Tell 10 to tell 10. Yes, Safonda, you should have guests on your TikTok lives and wind them up good and proper. You have to watch. Kamaraha, ooh, Scottie, David Ian, Akama Maha, Farchi, Kidamila Farchi on TikTok, agus YouTube. There we are. Jama! Coffee, and coffee helps. Gavan, where were you watching? Why did you stay up to 3? What was going on? It's coming out loud, Scottie, I hope, and do a few Tell a few. Yes, Edward. Edward, thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. So there we go. John, does that fit in with, are you a rugby man? So there we go. Is John a rugby man? I say to you. Australia, mate. I feel bad I haven't been on your live. Gavan. So you're in Australia, mate. You're down under. 3 a.m. Is that the time now? Wow. What's the time in Australia, please, Mr. Wolf? I think we should be told. Yes. Are you attending the protest in Glasgow this Saturday? George Square needs the McClue. This Saturday, I'm actually booked, believe it or not. You get double booked. Hi from Cyprus. We love you in Cyprus, Michael. I wouldn't give a castle Maine. I didn't know there was a castle in Maine. Your show used to remind me of when I was 15 many years ago. So there we go. What did you do when you left school? I joined a bank. I was a banker with a B. So there you go. At 4 a.m. in Victoria, 3 a.m. up here. Where are you, Gavan? Guys, it's 4 o'clock in Victoria, the United States. This gentleman is staying up. Do you know, I heard that if you're wakened during the night at things like 4 o'clock in the morning, then God has chosen you as a watchman. There we go. Of course, it could just be also a call of nature, especially for people who are getting on a wee bit. You know, a call of nature. It's currently 7:08 here in the hills of Donegal. 7:08 in the evening. It's 7:08 here in the hills of Bonnie, Scotland. We look over to you in Donegal and we wave. Hello there now. How are you keeping? Lovely to see you yourself now. Yes, and you too. Mr. Pink, I tell you. Scottie. What's the best soft drink makers in Scotland? Oh, cyberspace. We used to have wonderful companies in Greenock. You had Jaggers Lemonade. You had Lawson's Lemonade. You had Solripe, Dun & Co., Garvey's, in the Borders, Middlemas Lemonade, Corona Lemonade, all these wonderful companies. Absolutely fantastic, I tell you. Right, who we got here? We've also got Harry. And Harry says, hi from Scotland. Hi, Harry. Lovely to have you with us. It's an old drinking advertisement for beer. Aussie, of course. Nigeli, of course. The Aussies like a light refreshment. But somebody told me it has to be frozen cold. Is that right? A cold beer, yeah. On your YouTube channel, I asked, but so many people. Ah, Gavan, fantastic. That's so kind of you. Get them onto the YouTube channel as well as the TikTok. Dinky-Doo to Scottie. Nigeli is into his iron brew. I can see your hand over the hills. Hello now. Can you see it's myself now? Fantastic. I was looking at a rural property in Ireland. Just on the internet when the internet first came on. And it said that it had running water and telephone nearby. Now, can you imagine if I'd been able to move into that property and you saw somebody and they say, oh yes, hello, could you get a message now to Scottie McClue? I'll be seeing him on Thursday night. How to get one of the badges in the hat? Nice one, I remember those. I know. We'll bring them out when we get 1 million followers, guys. Everybody start working towards getting 1 million followers. 5,100 likes. Incredible. Incredible. Bon accord. Yes. Dinky-Doo, Scottie. How you doing, my friend William? Made from the best steel. Oh, now, Jelly, what a guy you are. We must not forget our history, but learn from it, says Mr. Pink. Never a truer word was speak, Mr. Pink. I tell you, have a great night, Scottie. You too, Susan. And Honor says, cheers. Cheers, Honor. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo. We're going to have to go in a wee minute. Anyway, love ginger beer. Ginger beer. What sort of ones can you remember? There was ginger beer. We'll need to do a night on it. So I have to remember dandelion and burdock. What about that one? Pineapple Aid. You're still selling your badge, the same one that's on your hat. We'll get sorted for you and get you a badge. How many years did you do on the radio? 32. 32 years on radio. I dragged my suitcase foolishly across the desert to the nearest pub. What do you like, Lala? Scottie, my wife's recovering from surgery. Could you please wish her well? Apple users, good lady. We wish you very, very well. We send you love and we send you strength. Yes, very important that, I tell you. Scottie, the laughs that we had, I tell you. Can we get the goodbye song? Yes, we will. It's 5 a.m. in Sydney. So proud of you, mate. Keep being yourself and keep being awesome. Lovely. I love the dandelions of cyberspace. Dandelion and burdock. You knew they were good. Have you ever been to, is that Gillingham or Gillingham? Gillingham in Kent, Zacko? I've been to Gillingham in Kent. But there's another Gillingham somewhere, isn't there? It's like the red and red coats from the Beetle. Yes, I tell you. The Cochineal Beetle. Soon to be the celebration of the Battle of Preston Pans, September 1745. Ian B. will maybe get to the pans for the battle. Yes, indeed, and the Merry Burn, all that. And what else have we got out there? We've got the Pincaitlin, we've got the Sultans, the Gifford, Ken Haydington, we've got Ale Stainford. See what I just did there? Gonna have to go, guys. Are you ready? I'm off to sleep. Sorry, mate. Good to see you. Talk again soon, Gavan. We're off as well. Have a lovely, lovely sleep. Thank you for staying up for Scottie McClue. The Beatles appreciate it. They do indeed. Right. Goodbye song. Are we ready? Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. And cheerio. Love you guys. Take great care of your dear selves. Thank you for looking after me. Thank you for spoiling me. And hashtag stay fabulous. I'm filling up some cyberspace. So am I. Good night. God bless you, Scottie. God bless you, Ian. Dinky-Doo. Cheers, mate. Cheers, McLovin. Aren't they beautiful, beautiful people? Right. Are we ready on the YouTube? Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Bye-bye. One last one.